Hello friends and potential friends. Allow me to introduce Pali, my Palomino kitty. He showed up a few days before Christmas looking for a handout, and he's been showing up quite a bit ever since. He was a bit skittish at first. Anytime I'd come out, he'd wander off, but it didn't take too long to win him over. As you can see, he's kind of nervous. It's a new area for him. And he's kind of hungry too. Pretty thing. Fully intact. And I may have to do something about that. But he started showing up around Christmas time. He shows up on the critter cams pretty regular during the day and also at night. And he's trying to get comfortable with the critters around here, as there certainly are a lot of them. Oh, for example, there's Licorice. Licorice wants to make sure that he understands that this is Licorice territory. And it almost seems like Pali does understand, because he doesn't seem to want to fight back. I guess he recognizes that he's the visitor in another tomcat's territory, so he has to behave himself a little bit. Well, I keep talking to him anytime I can get close enough to where he can hear me. And here it looks like he's finally decided to check me out. And it's pretty clear that he was somebody's pet, because he's not afraid of humans, and he's pretty loving, but somehow he lost his human, and apparently he's looking for another one now. It's my guess that he's trying to join the pack. I think he likes the food around here, so he figures if he can join the pack, he can get a good meal every day. And I've been explaining to him that before he can join the pack, he's going to have to go to the TNR clinic, because right now he's fully intact. And I'm not sure how he feels about that. But he has figured out the feeding schedule pretty well. I find that he shows up every morning, puts up with Licorice, and puts up with me too. He's pretty friendly, and let me tell you, he's got some muscles under that fur too. I got the sneaky feeling that if he wanted to, he could easily trounce Licorice. And he does have a couple of scars on his face that indicate he's been in fights before. Now Mama Cat over there, she doesn't like him at all. In fact, lately she hasn't been coming for the regular feeding times. She waits until later to come and get something to eat. And I can't really say that I blame her, because Pali is just a little bit pushy when it comes to the females. But Licorice, he seems to understand that this is Licorice's territory. He's not really afraid of him, but he doesn't fight with him. In fact, at one point I even had to check his paws to see if he had been declawed, I was kind of worried that someone had mutilated him like that. But nope, he's got all his weapons. He just doesn't use them. But he is a pretty thing. And he's just looking for a meal. And once he gets something to eat, then he goes off to wherever it is that he goes off to. Yeah, we're getting ready for another breakfast time. And there's Mama Cat sneaking in, checking to see if Pally's around. Aww. Licorice showing his respects to his mama. And there's Boots. He's been kind of scarce since Pally showed up, too. Of course, I think Licorice has been picking on him a lot, also. Because there's not really room for two tomcats in one territory. But Boots still comes around for meals when he can. And so does Pally. Come on, Pally, that's not your bowl. Here's a bowl for you over here. And there's one for you, Boots. 3 tomcats in one meal. That's treading lightly. Well, Licorice has got to show who's the boss again. Yep, see, I'm big. And he is pretty big, I must admit. He's kind of a Garfield type cat. Polly's just looking for a snack. Okay, I'm not going to fight with you. He has gotten used to me. Doesn't seem to be afraid at all. Of course, somebody's a little bit jealous. I guess I can understand that too. Licorice can't decide what to do. Oh, okay. Let's show him who's boss again. And Pally steers a wide course around him to avoid getting in a fight, which is kind of nice of him. Now he's getting to the point where every morning he's waiting for me when it comes time for breakfast. And all over me. It's getting hard to walk out there sometimes. Licorice is around just about all the time. He spends a large majority of his time in my backyard, which is nice. It keeps him out of the street. And Pally's here just waiting for me to bring some food out. It's breakfast time. I'm hungry. Okay, Licorice, that one's for Pally. You got a bowl over here. And there's one for Mama Cat and one for Boots if they come. And then Pally disappeared for about a week. He didn't come for meals, and he didn't show up on my critter cameras day or night. Then about the second week of February, he just kind of showed up for breakfast again. But a little bit different this time. If you look real close, you'll notice that his left ear has been clipped. Apparently, Pally listened to me when I explained to him that he couldn't join the pack until he'd been to the TNR clinic. Because he went out and he found somebody to take him to the TNR clinic. And this was his first day back out in the loose again, apparently. At least the first time that he showed up at my patio. But yep, he has now been removed from the gene pool. And he's welcome to join the pack if he wants to. Though I must admit, he seems to be splitting his time between me and whoever else it was that has been caring for him. Can't say that I blame him. He has to put up with Licorice over here. But he's usually waiting for me in the mornings when I bring breakfast out. And he seriously is trying to get along with everybody, so I can't complain. And he definitely needs attention. So anyway, that's our new member of the pack. Oh, and there's Snowflake off in the distance. I guess you probably saw her at the end of one of my garden updates recently. One of my friends was asking about her, what she was doing outside, so I guess I'm going to have to dig through my critter cam clips and see if I can put her latest adventure story together. But yep, Snowflake is an outside kitty now. Though she does hang around in the yard the majority of the time. I haven't seen her out even in the front yard yet, so I'm hoping she and Licorice are basically just sharing the backyard as their territory and learning to get along with Pally. Come on, Licorice, let Snowflake have that one. But that's Pally's story.